So living in the public eye, I mean, it presents a lot of challenges in terms of like love life and having your relationship kind of put on the magazines and that sort of thing. And we were just watching Ellen the other day, and Lindsay Lohan was talking about the struggles in with the breakup with Samantha Ronson. What can you sort of, or what have you learned from your experience going through that, with it being in the public eye and going through breakups and having all of that splashed on the magazines, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's obviously a double-edged sword. When you want to make a career in the public eye, you are putting yourself out there to have everything else opened up, including your personal life, and people are going to find out everything you're doing. And so I find myself always looking for privacy now, wearing a hat and sunglasses or walking somewhere just looking for privacy. And it's not even like anyone's looking for me. I don't even consider myself any kind of big celebrity or anything. I can't even imagine what like Lindsay Lohan and those people deal with, inside and on a personal level. But even I do it because I've had my personal life exposed, and so I'm always like, okay, I just want to hide. I don't want anyone to know I'm in the grocery store. I don't want them to know I'm shopping at Ross for like a discount shirt. I don't want it talked about.
Yeah.
I just want some privacy.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, I think that I knew what I was getting into, but not really. I mean, when the whole thing happened with my ex, and we got put in every tabloid and the breakup, and everyone had their opinion of why we broke up and who was cheating on who, and you just read all this and go, oh my God, it just wasn't that complicated.
Yeah.
It was like this was a 9-month dating period, and
it ended.
And it ended, and yeah, it ended because it wasn't perfect, and but yeah, you get slammed, and people start to make judgments and opinions about you, and oh, he must have been dating him for this reason, and he must have been dating him for that reason, and it sucks, and
it sells copies. That's why people make up things.
It sells copies, exactly, and it makes for good television, it makes for good press, and it's what sells, and you just have to have a really thick skin, and I don't.
Yeah.
I get really upset about it. That's why I just try to protect myself so it doesn't happen, because I don't handle it very well.
So do you find yourself more apprehensive into potentially getting into another relationship now because of your experience, or?
Yeah, I mean, the last relationship that I got into was definitely with a more private person, but you try to keep it private, but I think it's very difficult.
Speaking of private life, and putting yourself out there, I noticed that you have a website called My Real Life Reichen or something like that?
The Real Reichen.
Yes, correct. And you pay a subscription to view your life?
Yeah.
So what do you actually view?
Actually, yeah, it's called The Real Reichen, and we gave it that name so it could be expanded to whatever we want to make it. But right now my management has it, so it's just a camera in my office, and all it shows is me like on the phone or working on my computer, or if anyone else is in there, it shows them too.
Right.
There's no sound.
Oh, there's no sound?
No.
Okay.
It's just kind of a visual, like you can see me or not, and it's $14.95 for 30 hours of viewing, or you can pay $99 a month for unlimited. Yeah. And I mean, we couldn't believe it. We launched it, and there are a lot of people that want to watch, watch us hang out in the office and be on the phone and not hear what we're saying.
Yeah, because you launched it in fall of 2008, correct? Or,
yeah, it was fall of 2008, and it's done really well. But the best part about it is we did a blog with it and a chat room, and every once in a while I go in the chat room, and the people who are watching can see, and I have a great conversation, and we've actually had a lot of fun with it. The cats jump up on the desk, like if the cats are there, and everyone knows who they are and their names, and it's been a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Awesome. So do you have to dedicate a certain amount of time that you have to be in your desk on the phone?
No, I wish I could. My schedule is so sporadic, but the disclaimer says when you get on there that there is no guarantee Reichen will ever be in the office the entire month, even though of course I have to be, but we just don't want to promise anything.
No, for sure.
Ever.
So before we started the interview, Donovan wanted to keep his sunglasses on because we've been going out, while we're here. And one of the nights that we went out was to a bar that Reichen has started, and it's called Whiskey Day.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, Whiskey Dick it's a new club, and it's every Wednesday night here in LA, and we're doing it at Foo Bar. And Foo Bar is kind of historically known for its dark, loud music, dark nights, a little bit more of a dirty, the kind of, not seedy, but just a dirty feel. And we went in there and said, we want to turn this into a bar for Wednesday nights, and we're going to bring in bales of hay, and we're going to do beer signs, and we're going to have a girl serving, long necks out of a beer trough, and a lot of people were like, it's not going to work. We had opening night this past Wednesday night. You were there.
Yeah.
What did you think?
5 cents.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. Nickel shots, dime pints.
Some cats were like, really? 5 cents?
Yeah.
None of us believed it.
They're all joking. They're like, you're buying tonight, saying it to me. But
yeah, we actually put jars of dimes on the bar in case you didn't have your own money.
No, it was ridiculous, and that's why I think I'm still hungover from that. Personally.
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
But we had a great time. We did like we wanted it more like southern hard rock music. Not a lot of country, but some,
Yeah.
Then you play some great 80s classic. I was like, Adam was like, how do you know all this stuff? And I'm like,
Patrick was on the bull at one point. They got a picture on the bull.
Yeah, we had a real-sized taxidermied bull, so not live, but...
So, and there's also arm wrestling contests?
Yeah, we had an arm wrestling contest. We'd play Eye of the Tiger every time the arm wrestling contest.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm like, why is this always on? I thought the DJ really likes the song. I had no idea the correlation.
So between the bar and between Dante's Cove and the movie and the book, what is a typical day for you consist of? How do you manage all these different projects?
Let's see. My body wakes me up usually at about 6:30 a.m. And then I immediately I have an office in my home. I immediately go into the office, and I just start checking emails. And I have typically probably between 100 and 200 emails, by the morning. I quit at about 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and I stop answering, But I wake up, I answer the emails or the ones I didn't do before, take down all the voicemails from about 4 o'clock on the day before, and then I have all those people to call back. So it's like usually emails, phone call, go in the kitchen, I make a protein shake, get ready to go to the gym. I go to the gym pretty much every day.
I'm tired already.
Yeah, right. And then it's usually appointments. It's between like interviews or meetings with people who want to add to all these different projects I have. They might want to promote Fly Naked, or like say later today I'll have a meeting with a staffing company that wants to bring some staff to Whiskey Dick and make an offer to me. It just goes on, or I'm meeting with a publisher. Or yesterday morning I met with the writer who is adapting the screenplay to my book to make it a movie. So it's just every day is a little bit different, and I love it. I wouldn't change a thing.
It sounds like an amazing day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think change
Never get bored.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. We are going to talk about the wasps coming up in another segment.
Yeah.
But thanks so much, Reichen.
You're welcome.